If you're in a serious relationship, should your mate be able to answer your phone?
Yes, but don't.
Sean?
Fuck no. No. And the only reason I say that, like, well, I want Yatta to explain only because, like, if you give someone the permission to, they're going to do it. And then you can't get mad. So, like, I would rather just, like, no, you're not paying that bill. Why do you need to answer my phone? It's my phone.
What if you want my family plan, then?
Oh, no. If you're... Yeah. Yeah. So because you need to get your own line.
Yatta, you say yes.
I say yeah. This is my thing. I feel like you should be able to, because I shouldn't have anything to hide. But if you want to, I'm gonna question why you want to answer my phone. Like, the calls aren't for you. You know it's not for you. So that's where the issue lies. It's like, yes, you should have the freedom to do so because you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have anything to hide from you.
Of course.
If we're in a serious relationship, but you shouldn't want to.
Everything ain't for your partner, though. Like, I know a lot of people go like straight forward to like, oh, like it's another person. Like,
yeah,
my
you've told that story before.
Yeah, my friend might be giving some.
Now, we talking phone calls or we talking texts? And
I mean, go through the phone, period.
The question says answer the phone. Like, y'all chilling, y'all laying in the bed, y'all watching TV. Gotcha. You know, the phone is closer to her or to him, and your phone rings.
Nobody is calling my phone to talk to you, so why would you
hand it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Hand it to me. Oh, such and such is calling.
I don't even feel like you need the such and such to jump. Just hand me my phone. Unless I be like, who is that? Mm-hmm. Then you could be like, oh, it's scam likely because they call me more than anybody.
You're not paying no bills. If you're not paying the cell phone bill, don't answer the phone.
I feel like
about the bill.
I don't care about the bill. I don't give a fuck who's paying the bill. It's my phone. And whether you gave me the phone, whether I bought it on my own, it's mine. And I feel like you should have the level of comfortability where it's like, okay, you can. My phone is ringing. Yeah, you can answer it. I don't know why you want to. And if you feel like you need to or you want to, that's going to be a problem for me because what are you getting out of it?
Have y'all ever got caught up in y'all relationship off some phone shit?
Absolutely, but no.
Yeah, because bitches be going through
phones.
No,
not caught up. Niggas are dumb. But at the end of the day, I mean, technically.
Niggas are dumb and bitches are nosy.
No, niggas don't.
You think bitches the only people that go through phones?
No. Oh, hell no.
Okay.
I know. Because I've never gone through a phone in my life, but I damn sure got my joint ransacked.
Mm-hmm. I went through a phone twice. The reason I went through that phone, though, because someone snuck in my phone. So I said, okay, let me see your phone.
Sneak back.
Yeah, and it was exactly what I thought was going to be in there. That's why
what was in there.
No, it wasn't like no humble. It was just inappropriate shit. But that's why I'm saying, like, I always feel like in a relationship there's going to be some inappropriate shit. Maybe that comes from like some tainted like past that I have or the lifestyle that I used to live. But like everything is not for you. Your girl might be venting about you to her friend. That's none of your business. Let her get her vents off.
Yeah, I do think that people need to respect that. Even though you're in a relationship or even a marriage with somebody, you still are owed some degree of privacy. You're still allowed an individual to maintain privacy, and I feel like the fact that people don't respect that is why you have situations like that. I had a nigga go on my phone all the time, like running it, and my friends was like, "Why you just don't lock it?" And I was like, "I'm not locking shit. I didn't want to lock my phone. Like, you need to stay out of my phone. You gonna fuck around and get your feelings hurt." But it's just like he just kept doing. Like, I would be in the shower, this nigga would be going through my phone. This nigga asked to use my phone. He would go through my phone, like, and then it's like. Wild part is you didn't even catch the cheating text. You was making something out of shit that was really nothing.
He saw your work boyfriend text, not your real side.
I text my homeboy. My homeboy lived out of state, and the nigga just asked me how my holiday was, and I was like, "Oh, straight mine. He live in North Carolina. My kid went down there with his grandma for Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh, my baby was down there. This nigga come kicking the door and tell me, "Oh, you calling this nigga baby now?" Yeah. I'm like, you can't read.
See, women, and that's why. I'm not saying men don't. I don't deal with men, so I can't come from that perspective. But women swan dive into some shit. Like, my lingo, I always say babe. What's good, babe? Like, this and that. Like, what's good, babe? That's just from my hood. That's why we talk. So, if I call you babe, that doesn't mean anything more. That's just the terminology that I use. But I've never been with a woman that has not went through my phone. Wow. Never.
I've never gone through a phone.
I have. I've gone through a phone. That's not my thing. But I've done it.
I hacked my MySpace one time.
Why did you go through the phone though?
That shit was wild.
When you have doubts, and then some of it, I remember one time it was because I was guilty of some shit, and I was like,
"That's women for you."
You trying to pass
they
it off?
deflect.
Yeah. I was like, hopefully he's fucking up too.
Women do fucked up shit, so they want to find out
that the man
is doing fucked up shit. It's like, oh, I don't feel so bad about
Absolutely.
it now. Like we're on an even playing field.
Because at all, because I was a even playing field.
Because
at all, because I was a fucking bitch. But
yeah, because relationships, they have their ups and downs and their turbulent times, especially when you young and you just being immature. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me, I feel like
has nothing to do about age. These bitches be old going through phones.
True.
But still immaturity.
Yeah. But I mean,
insecurity, immaturity, all of that shit wrapped up in a package.
I
hacked on MySpace when I was like 20. I was talking to this nigga for a couple of weeks, and I was just, I don't know why. Like, something just was like, and I just shot my shot, and I guessed this nigga's password, which was lit, because it was very easy to guess, too. Like, wow. So I was in this message, he was telling big bitches he was going to put him to sleep. Like, webbies, like 300-pound bitches.
Gotcha.
I was just like, I just stopped talking to him, like, well, maybe I'm not your type.
Damn.
Maybe I'm not moon bouncy.
That's what I don't get. You want to go through the phone and find something and still be there. What's the point of going through the phone?
Like,
I feel you.
I found this in your
phone.
phone.
I'm not looking no more phones.
You did all that and you still there.
See, I'm not an investigator. I'm just not. Like, something
But y'all
will have to be
investigators about like DNA.
I know, but I'm no longer going to invest my time in that because it's just no point. I do really believe that whatever's done in the dark will come to light.
Facts.
I don't have to look for that shit. It's going to come out.
Church. So, I'm not looking for it either. I feel like at the end of the day, if I feel like I need to, I probably don't need to be with you.
Yeah. I never been with a woman that I liked that much that I still wanted to be with her and I didn't trust her. Because if you don't trust them, you don't trust them when they're going to the grocery store, when they're going out with their friends, when they're going out to church. It's who wants to live like that?
And if you stick around, you're not trusting yourself. And that's what's wild, though, because at the end of the day, you got to trust yourself before anything. And when you disregard yourself and you know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like that 10 times out of 9, unless you just batshit, which some of y'all are, but 10 times out of 9, if you feel some type of way, that's your body, your instincts tell you when shit is not right. Y'all can talk shit about intuition and all that. I ain't talking about intuition. I'm just talking about your regular ass human instincts tell you shit. That's why when like somebody do you dirty and you not even fucking surprised, it's because you knew they had it in them, but you still chose to fuck with them. You should have cut them off from the gate. Like,
fellas, man, if your girl think that you cheating, even if you not, leave her, cause she gonna go suck a dick.
Or cheat, because
she already
think you are.
Because women don't need proof. Oh my goodness, it's my intuition. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
That's why I kept cheating, though. I kept cheating because the nigga kept saying, you're cheating. And I'm like, nah, no, not. But he ain't leave. But you keep saying I'm cheating. I was like, I'm going to keep cheating.
That's a real nigga excuse.
You want to stick around? Fuck it. I'm going to just go ahead and keep doing it.
That's a real nigga excuse right there.
Technically wasn't cheating because I wasn't fucking him. I was only fucking my side nigga.
Okay.
Damn. You wasn't giving your man no pussy when you were giving a side nigga?
He had thin dick.
God damn. But you was with him, though.
It's a long story. I feel like I told this story before.
Okay, got you. Okay. All right.
It was like I had something to prove.
Got you.
I want to just let the people know, don't get caught up with your phones. If you are in a relationship that you think is great and worth having, you don't want to lose it, just stop. Just don't be fucking around on your phone. Just don't do it. But for me, I think that you should be so open that if y'all accidentally switch phones by accident, you know what I'm saying? Right. That should be okay. Now, I have a business. I work for myself, so that wouldn't work out. But I wouldn't feel like, oh my God, I hope he don't read that shit.
God,
you know what I'm saying?
Pre-pack your shit.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, if you want to answer my phone, you might as well go ahead and respond back to them 87 people in my motherfucking inbox because
I'm not doing
while you at it. While you at it. If you want to go with my phone, text motherfuckers back for me because that's what I don't want to do.
It opens so many gates of like miscommunication because how about if it's a nigga in there who's trying to go and like smack at you, right? Mm-hmm. And you're not giving this nigga no play. He gonna wonder, well, why this nigga being so persistent? Exactly. When he don't know that, yo, you cannot answer a DM for 2 years and niggas was still trying to go smack at you.
Niggas been having conversations with themselves in my DMs for a long time.
But I know that.
Keep on talking to themselves.
Another nigga might not know that. He be like, you gotta be giving this nigga some pussy or giving him some type of play. Because what nigga is that consistent and he's not getting anything back?
They don't realize if you look halfway like something, it's some geeking ass nigga like that. So yeah. It is what it is.
And you can't let no pretty bitch talk to you. As soon as a pretty bitch talk to you, yeah. Because you can have the same conversation with an ugly broad. It's totally different.
Agreed. You right. No, seriously. It's been times where you might hit that view conversation like this bitch is. And then you look at her like, oh, she good. She good. But what she talking about? He would not fuck her.
He wouldn't fuck her.
I smell the hypocrisy.
I'm about to light your ass up.
I know.
You already know I'm about to light your ass up. Shop about to go off.
What's up, y'all? I'm Sabrae.
I'm Yatta.
I'm Sean.
And this is No Disclaimers Podcast, the best show in the motherfucking DMV. So, y'all hear these beautiful, angelic sounds in the background. The sweet sound of hypocrisy.
Did y'all like this album?
No.
It was cool.
It was alright. There was some huff.
No, I like this album. It's maybe like a couple songs. I didn't really care for this song per se.
Got you.
And maybe like one other joint, but maybe two other joints.
But we all know why we're playing this particular song.
The rest of them joints. Summer, please.
Got you.
I'm not going to say
Beyonce is the better half of this duo.
I'm not going to say I didn't like it. I'm just going to say I really didn't listen to it that much because
Summer.
It just wasn't.
Friends,
have enough replay.
Black Effect.
How many tracks was on there?
I can't remember.
It didn't have
Happy.
enough replay value.
Yeah, them joints are in like steady rotation in my phone.
All right. So let's get into it. If you're watching right now live, make sure you call in. We are discussing Jay-Z. But the number is 301-683-8077. How was y'all weekend?
That was not none of our personal numbers, FYI.
Yeah.
So
you're not gonna get Yatta and Sabrae.
Oh, we got somebody call back. I was introing the show. Sorry, but I was busy.
Our bad.
Got you.
The 910 number. Call back.
Y'all got to text back with that emoji. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was busy.
Oh, shut up.
I mean, you clearly saw what I was doing.
I use that emoji a lot, and I do not be lying. So
y'all better not ever use that emoji with me.
What's
and where y'all at? I'm sorry.
I use that emoji so much.
Oh, what's the other one that gets on my nerves like that?
The little goofy face.
I'm just feel like,
blown.
What expression is that?
I use that emoji if I missed a dick appointment. Like, oh my God, I fell asleep.
I asked a bitch why she missed the pool party. She's the first emoji. She said, "Oh my goodness, it was that Saturday." I'm like, bitch, I ain't talking no more. I'm follow. Bitch, I only been posting this flyer at 72 times an hour.
Oh my God, I'm just seeing this. When I have my phone in my hand all the time.
And
it's Thursday, and I text you Sunday.
If I'm just saying this, it's because you're on Do Not Disturb. Like shit. And I accidentally tapped your thread. It was like, fuck. Red receipts are on.
I'll be lying like shit, but go ahead.
Y'all had a good weekend? We were supposed to go to that cookout. What happened?
I got tired of with family. Me and my sister got
why we didn't go?
I got because I was drinking and I was fucking drunk.
Shout out to them at the Most Unknown Podcast. I'm sorry.
My guys.
I'm so sorry.
I was supposed to get my kid back yesterday, and then those plans changed later on in the day. And I still don't have her back.
Yo, when I link up with my sister, like we're like, all right, we're gonna have one drink, and then we're like, all right, this is our 12th drink, and then it's like, all right, shit, we fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
we leaning sideways.
My girl, she sent me a shot at Due South. You was a real one.
Yeah, we was that.
You a real one, stink.
So my sister in the industry, she knows everybody. So everywhere we're going, I'm like, oh, you good? Like, okay, yeah. 20 shots for everybody. The bill come and be like $5.
I was at Due South, and I just heard somebody was like, "What's up, Yatta?" And I was like. And she bought me a shot. I was like, "Oh, you a real one."
My sister, a real one.
Real one.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad y'all had a wonderful weekend. Again, for the people watching, the number is 301-683-8077.
She reached out to T-Mobile for the number and don't know the number.
Hey, call me back. Call the 910 number. Call me back. I had a photo shoot, and then I went to a pop-up shop in D.C. Shout out to Abu with the Fortune brand and the Entrepreneur brand.
Yeah. I like that brand.
Yeah,
dope
I
brand.
fuck with it.
You had the photo shoot with that white and black blazer, that oversized blazer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You saw that?
Looked like fucking Fred Astaire in that fucking blazer.
He said Fred Astaire.
I was fine.
Okay. Like so fucking much.
Like a goddamn usher.
When he's trapping in the rain.
The finest usher that you've ever seen. You don't want me to usher you right
When
up.
do you be having all these photo shoots? Like these little sneaky photo shoots.
I mean, I do have a brand.
I got you.
You feel me?
Got you.
Oh, why?
You know what I'm saying?
But what is the magician coat like advertising?
It advertises
that damn David Copperfield Vegas residency blazer on.
It advertises that I'm professional, yet don't call me because you can't afford me. / you know what I'm saying?
That combination of words sounded super wild.
So you don't want people to have your business.
And then you said you can't afford me, and I'm like, well, what kind of profession?
So you don't want people to have your business.
Are you talking about the oldest profession? Is that what you're talking about?
Gotcha.
Anyway.
No, honestly though, I'm trying to edgy up my image a little bit because my image online by accident is just like too.
You giving black apple pie.
It's like too cookie cutter.
Sweet potato pie.
It's too like.
What's wrong with that though?
That's
not
not
hard,
my
though.
intention. No, it's not that I'm trying to be hard. It's just that my image is, I think, a little too clean. Because when you have too clean of an image, you have to live up to that. You can't make no mistakes. I didn't do that on purpose. I don't want to have that image like I'm just so polished. Where I don't make
cheeks
mistakes.
on the sink.
So just in case you get caught with like some crack, you be like, oh yeah, I wanted to let y'all know I wasn't that perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I be selling dope too.
If y'all caught me with a prostitute, you know what I'm saying? Y'all would know like.
Okay, that was extreme.
Yeah, that was a little bit.
I'm just joking.
What type of prostitute would you go for? Like an Eastern Avenue joint?
Hey,
No, somebody tall and fine.
An escort? Like,
Are niggas called prostitutes?
Gigolos.
Yeah.
That's what's fucked up. Women really do get like a bad rap because a male prostitute is an escort.
It's a gigolo, no?
Women are escorts too.
Yeah, it's just about how you doing. Are you doing hand to hands on the street, or are you like with a service?
Yeah, like how you eat pussy in a car? You know how niggas get prostitute get head. How Joe come over and be like, yeah, I want my pussy ate. You would have to have a minivan.
Definitely, no, you don't.
You can't get no pussy in no Honda Civic.
Yes, you can.
You don't got your pussy ate in the car?
I don't think I have, if I'm not mistaken.
No, not in the back.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, in the back.
It's different if you get in the back. See, I'm saying you pull over. You know how niggas just get the bop. You pull over like.
Somebody has done that to you, Yatta.
Right, cool.
That nigga's wild.
Yeah. He liked you a lot.
Niggas tend to like a bitch. You know, I'm just likable.
Are homosexuals considered like in the prostitution realm of men?
No.
Okay, cool. I mean, if you
no.
A woman is paying for your, room and board.
She's paying for her room and board, and you're just kind of crashing.
Yeah,
so you're like a squatter with dick rights. Anyway, what I did,
that's a bartering service.
I took a little sneaky little road trip up to Philly. Just Friday night, had a little hookah spot. Had some brunch in the morning. Came back, spent some time with my daddy. It's doing great. Bae took me to brunch.
Your daddy or your daddy?
My dad.
Okay.
My father.
I got you. All right. I just
Mr. fucking. You know what? You fucking heathen. He's out of the hospital.
Got you. Shout out.
Kind of ruined your joke, didn't it? Yeah.
I know. You just made me feel bad as shit.
Hospital. I spent some time with him.
Okay.
Bae took me to brunch, to the movies, shit like that. You know, what you do.
I thought you was going to tell the story about you getting your pussy.
I know, because we already did this recap.
I didn't recap my weekend. You recapped your weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
I asked y'all.
You didn't give us a chance. But no, I'm not telling this story about my. That's none of y'all business. Yeah. What you was saying?
Oh no, I was like, man, I want to hear this story about y'all getting her pussy in the back seat.
Well,
was it his back seat or your back seat?
That's neither here nor there.
Because mom's cars be junky as shit, so you was probably moving like all like.
First of all, I clean it sometimes. Fuck. You stuff everything behind one seat.
The first thing a woman says when you about to ride in a car, be like, hold on, wait a minute.
I only clean my car when I get gas.
Women be like this. My car usually don't look like this. Bitches look like this every day.
Well, you're gonna see is I drink a lot of water bottles, and I put trash in the door because I don't like the litter.
A whole bunch of little honest teas in the back seat.
When I go to the gas station,
a bunch of French fries and pretzels in the car
from them fucking kids.
Gotcha.
I swear to beans. I be finding all types of snacks and shit fucking with Journey. She don't even sit in the car seat.
Fruit snacks stuck between the car seat.
No, them jokes be under the armrest back there, the cup holder. I lift the cup holder. There's all types of fucking gummy bears and shit.
I don't have kids.
Don't. I'm trying to tell you. It's not.
Dirty little motherfucker.
It's a scam.
Well, let's get into the show, you guys. So we have a lot to discuss. We all know that Jay-Z made a deal with the NFL. He'll be advising for entertainment and the Super Bowl. And something unclear about charities related to social injustice or whatever.
Okay.
He's getting a lot of backlash because some people feel that he's undermining what Kaepernick did, and other people feel like it's a good deal, and he'll be like infiltrating the system from the inside. So I'm asking y'all,
like he a spy.
Is this nigga cooning?
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Okay. Y'all
I don't. I mean, he's doing something, but I don't like the word cooning.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It's another word, but it's not cooning.
I don't feel like he's cooning at all, but I also feel like we should just like give him the opportunity to move before we draw all these conclusions. Like the nigga just like this shit just like it just hit the fan and people are already like, oh my God, he's I don't think he's undermining Cap at all. I think that people like to run with sound bites and those clickbait ass captions that get posted for these articles that say, oh, he said we're past kneeling. They don't read the articles. Because what he said what made perfect fucking sense to me, he said we're past kneeling. Like we're moving on to actionable tasks at this point. Like Cap kneeled to raise awareness. We're aware. Now what are we going to do about it? Are we the culture that just makes Twitter rants all day and doesn't put any action behind it? Are we ready to start taking some steps? Which is absolutely valid.
But when he said we're, he ain't never kneeled. Like he ain't never played in the
like when
NFL.
But that's true. But you know, when saying we, he probably didn't mean it from a literal standpoint.
Yeah, but like when I talk about my ancestors, it's kind of like doing them injustice. Like, man, I remember when we couldn't, ride when we couldn't drink from the water fountains. Like, I never had to go through that.
We might just mean we as black people.
Got you. This is what I don't get. I do business with the NFL. Like, you're a billionaire, right? He's a billionaire, right? You can do business pretty much. You have the option. It's not like us. Because I know Sabrae said some shit like, we work under like racist, companies all the time. Like, it's the difference between me and Jay-Z because I can't move how I want to move. Jay-Z can do whatever. Why do business with the NFL? Because it doesn't matter. Meek Mill teaming up with Robert Kraft, Jay-Z being ownership. I can't forget that basically they have blackballed Colin Kaepernick because he spoke out on basically equality, social injustice. Like I don't get that. Like they're punishing him. They know what's going on with like black people. It's only been going on since the beginning of time. Why do business with the NFL?
Before you guys continue, I wanted to clarify something. A lot of these articles are talking about social injustice. Kaepernick never kneeled for social injustice. Kaepernick knelt for racial injustice and police brutality.
Gotcha.
But that was never mentioned in that meeting with the media.
Jay never talked. He never talked to Cap before that.
No, I'm saying even the word race.
Oh, okay, got you.
The black, none of police brutality. Well, I know
that got mentioned.
Yeah, he did mention it kind of like on the side, but it was social injustice. Do y'all think it was something about that? Why did he purposely leave out and kind of remix it a little?
I didn't feel like it was necessarily intentional because I feel like when people were asking questions and he asked the room, he was like, what's the reason? Why are we here? What is this for? Gotcha. And everyone was like, oh, police brutality, dude, and whatever. He was like, okay, so we know what this is. I don't know if it was that calculated. I hadn't really put, any kind of thought into that, to be honest.
Gotcha.
We got one call there. What's up? Oh, well, they hung up. Gino, call back. All right.
Gotcha. Sabrae got Sprint, y'all.
No, they hung up. It didn't lose the call.
She got the elite
Somebody
Metro
got
PCS.
a little nervous. He on live looking at all this chocolate. He was like, "Oh my God, what if she carried me?" And I'm not gonna carry you, baby. You
I don't care about the moves that a businessman makes. It's just when you package it like it's something that it's not really, because like they say he's gonna partner with the NFL, then he got like immediate backlash, and then like 5 hours later it's like, oh, he's gonna become like an owner. So it's like, which one is it? Like,
okay.
So what if he becomes an owner and then he hires Cap?
But he can't do that. That's not what owners do. Like, you have to go through.
What if he facilitates that?
Oh,
would that make people feel better? Because I think that people took Cap's movement and made it more about Cap than about the actual issue.
Gotcha.
And that's where we've gone. They're like, Cap should be sitting there, not him. And I'm like, okay, don't get me wrong, because he ultimately sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
For real. Like, that's how that shit went down. But the reality is, he did it for a specific purpose. That purpose has kind of got lost in translation as a focal point has been put more on him not playing than what he knelt for.
Gotcha.
That is true.
And that's kind of a problem.
But does Jay-Z even have enough money to be a majority owner? Because remember, he was an owner for the Nets, but he owned like 1%. And that's not to discredit the accomplishment that he made, but that is...
Was really that a valid announcement or was that speculation?
No, it's like research. Like, it's article.
Okay.
Like, it was a Russian who got like... He was like the majority owner who made...
We'll get to
that.
Yeah.
I mean about him becoming an NFL owner. Was that speculation or was that an actual... Because I saw someone post about that, but I never clicked on it and verified the...
Well, see, that's the thing. It's a lot of mindfuckery going on in the media right now. Jay-Z is acquiring. He doesn't own anything in the NFL yet. He has a deal with Rock Nation. Like... essentially he's an employee under the NFL because he'll be consulting when it comes to Super Bowl performances and something like they were being very vague and fuzzy about the charities that could possibly lead to social injustice. So that's why it's a lot of trickery going on. But
can I say something really fast? I know people have the right to change their mind, but imagine if someone's trying to do business and put money in your pocket, right? And I tell you guys 6 months ago, hey, don't do that, Sabrae. Yatta, don't do that. Because they came to you first. Then they come to me. I'm like, change of heart.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So Jay said he spoke to Kaepernick regarding the deal with the NFL. And later it was said through Kaepernick's girlfriend, Nessa, that wasn't true. Do you think this deal undermines Cap in any way? Because it's not essentially it's not about him getting a job. I mean, it's not about him not having a job. It's about what he stood for when he kneeled. But a lot of people are skeptical about this deal because it has nothing to do with the action that Jay-Z is saying that he's taken. Like, how is the Super Bowl performances and giving money to charity that they already do affecting, is that action that he's talking about? What are we going to do next? What is this going to do?
Yeah, because one black person is not going to change, I think, what the majority of the owners think and how they interact with black players. Like, when people say, oh, we got to wait and see what the fuck is Jay going to do? Say if he becomes a minority owner of a team, what does that do? Because if it wasn't about Cap, why did he even mention, oh, we're past kneeling?
Right.
Why mention that at all? Why not leave that out? Because as soon as you said that, you put Cap in the conversation.
Well, I feel like people put Cap in a conversation prior to him. I don't think he initially brought Cap up. I feel like that was more reactive to what was being said versus him.
Well, he never brought Cap up, but I'm saying in that statement when he said we're past kneeling, that's bringing Cap in the situation, in my opinion.
No, but I feel like Cap already got brought up, and that's he was reacting when he said we're past kneeling, because people are like, nah, Cap ain't got no job, and you doing this type shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, like it's kind of like passing the baton sort of situation. And you've gotten it as far as it's gonna go with that, with kneeling, which I agree with. I have to agree with that. I feel like we can't keep, like. It can't just be that, because kneeling really it's been 3 years. And kneeling
how I feel about protesting.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I just feel like I get the concept of protesting because that's what it's for. It's to unite people. It's to bring awareness, whatever. But once you've gotten that done, there has to be some action next. Otherwise, what are you doing?
I totally understand that. I agree with you there. Were you going to say something before we...
This is what's the difference between, because I feel like there's a lot of people standing with Jay and there are some people disappointed with Jay. I think it's kind of like 50-50. I don't know the numbers. That's an estimate. When Ye was sitting down with Trump, though, I felt like it was like 90-10. What's the difference between Jay and what's the difference between Kanye? Because people are saying, oh, you have to infiltrate the opposer to make some type of change. Yep. So what's the difference between Kanye and Jay-Z?
Well, Ye seemed like he kind of was already, he just seems like he's been in a sunken place for a while. So it's like for him to sit down with Trump was kind of like...
But what cooning shit did he do before that? What track record or history that you said, okay, Ye was on some wild shit? No.
Well, the thing about Kanye, I feel like people are way easier on Jay-Z than they were on Kanye for meeting with Trump. And a lot of the same sentiments that Jay-Z came to the media, like we have to have a seat at the table. We have to be on the inside. We cannot be effective on the outside, only. And Kanye was saying the same shit with Trump.
He said the exact same thing before Jay-Z said it. But you know why? Black people hate Kim Kardashian, and then we love Beyonce, and then people love Jay-Z as a lyricist. So now with that whole package, we are willing to give Jay a pass, but not Ye a pass. That's not fair.
It's a lot of hypocrisy.
Ye kind of did that at the height of his batshit era, and that's probably why people were kind of like, oh, this nigga's tripping.
But what cooning shit was he doing?
I didn't say he was doing cooning. No, I said he did that at the height of his batshit era, and I think that was what was impactful. Kanye kind of seemed like he was off his rocker for a minute. Gotcha. And during that time frame is when this happened. So I feel like more than anything, it was probably piss poor timing. Because had he done something like that when he was like, Ye, that we, grown to love, I don't think he would have got the same backlash. But he seemed like he was kind of fucking nuts.
But Kanye always been on batshit. Remember he got on there and said, George Bush.
Right,
but that's some bad shit.
But that was that was like a couple of isolated incidents, whereas he kind of had a little bit of a run. If I could be candid, I feel like he kind of had a little bit of a run where it was kind of like Kanye seems a little lost.
Was slavery was a choice before or after that? Because I don't remember.
I can't recall. It might have been before, and that might have contributed to it. I feel like he just had a span of time where he seemed a little off.
He had a mental breakdown. Yeah, that was huge in the media.
And so he was, everything he was doing was coming under scrutiny. I feel like had he done that at a time where he was Kanye that everyone loved, I don't think he would have got that same backlash. But I mean, I could be wrong. That's just my own, assumption.
So you have a lot of people who, like you said, Sean, it's very 50-50. But some people are criticizing Jay-Z because this whole thing is being exposed on a deeper level. So since the initial announcement, a lot more has developed that has people, more people on the side of they don't agree with him. One, for example, I don't know, are y'all familiar with the Barclays situation and how that came about?
Yes.
So for the people who do not know, the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, back in 2012, these Russian business owners or whatever, investors, they would want to build a stadium for the team. And
they needed a face. Go ahead, continue though.
Yeah, they wanted to. The people of the community were protesting against it because that would just gentrify the whole area overnight. They knew it. They weren't giving the jobs to the people in the area because they were bringing their own people, which a lot of these companies do that when they bring a new stadium or a new facility into an area. They'll bring their own people. And the people in the community was like, no, this is going to make rent too high and it's just going to drive us out of here. People like Dr. Cornel West was against it. Everybody in the community was against it until they got Jay-Z on board. Jay-Z came on board as the face of it, and the way they advertised it was like he was like the owner of the team when really he only owned like 1/2% or whatever of the team.
Peanuts.
Right. And he was saying Jay-Z's
explanation
was like it wasn't about the money. It was just about the, you know what I'm saying, owning something in the community or whatever. And because of his love of the city, of that borough or whatever. A lot of people were disappointed because a lot of people let go. They were like, you know what? It's Jay-Z. We trust him. He has a track record. He has respect in the community. We love him. We know he's not going to do us dirty. He's going to do something for us. That whole Obama effect, because he's black, he's going to get in there, he's going to do something for us.
He's from Brooklyn. He's the hometown hero.
Fast forward, a year later, he sold his shares in his ownership, whatever he had. Yeah, in like a year and a half or whatever. And he moved on, and Brooklyn is now, it looks totally different than it did before. Everything happened just as the people were saying that it would. And that happened, and this seems very reminiscent of that.
Now, to be fair to Jay, he had to because he got into sports. He started managing.
Yeah, sports management. So
he started managing players. So you can't have that. You can't be an owner that's kind of like, oh shit, you got a conflict. That's inside trading. You know what I'm saying? So just to be fair, that's why he had to do it. But I don't think he was there for the long run. And I could be totally wrong. But guess what? If we're gonna put something in a black, area. Damn, they not fucking with us. What can we do? Oh shit, let me get the most popular black guy, you know what I'm saying, to be the face of it. Let the masses think that he owns it. They'll be okay with it.
Sorry.
And I think that's what they did. That's what they do. You got to think about this when they're marketing or they're advertising. What do? They put rap music in it. They got McDonald's, you fucking singing rap songs. Oh shit, these black people doing this. Like anything and we talk about this all the time. They use black people, but then if you get a nice piece of change, like fuck it, why not? Because I know it sounds easier for me to say, but shit, you give me $1 million to be the face of this shit. I might have a change of heart.
But do you think he needs to do that in his position?
No. I think it's also about networking and My man told me once you get to 1 million, you think that's a lot. Then you realize that you can accomplish half $500 million. Then you want to get $1 billion. You gotta rub shoulders with people who have more money than you. You know what I'm saying? So you get in there, you get networking. Okay, you can do this for me. I can do this for you. It's favor for a favor. And who better to do that with someone who has more money than you?
But I think that I think that is good business. That logic is just business. But in these situations, like this NFL situation, a Barclays situation, it seems like Jay-Z is using the people and exploiting them for his own personal gain with Rock Nation and his other endeavors that it could help. Like he still has the 40/40 Club in the Barclays Center and other things that are making money. But he has those things growing, but the people in that community
So what would he gain from this that he he couldn't have done prior to? As far as like, do you think this would like gain him more athletes for Rock Nation Sports?
Well, first of all, he got a check. We just don't know how much it is yet. So they paid him.
Right, but I don't feel like Jay-Z's chasing checks at this juncture in life.
I really think he is.
So I feel like it has to be. I don't feel like he's chasing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it would have to be something else.
No,
than just.
When you accumulated that amount of money, you don't stop right there.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like I feel like it would be easy for someone like us to be like, oh yeah, no, I'm taking that check, but it's just like what I feel like. I would assume that he's doing things for more benefit than just a check. Because
I agree with you, and that's why it's the check. He has a entertainment Super Bowl connection. He has plenty of artists on Rock Nation. He has. Yeah.
I mean, it gets exposure because you don't get paid for doing the Super Bowl. But
then other people are going to be like, okay, a Super Bowl is that might be the deciding factor. Okay, do I want to sign with Rock Nation or Atlantic or whatever? Like that gives him more leverage. Any business, you want to create more leverage. So you're going to get, okay, I have a deal with the NBA team. In the NBA stadium, and I got.
So what if he uses that deal to get more black artists exposure or things like that? Would that be a bad thing, or how would
Jay-Z is Jay-Z? He doesn't need that deal to get black artists.
But no, what I'm saying, but what if he uses that deal to get more people on the Super Bowl stage who may not have had the opportunity to grace a Super Bowl stage prior to this? You know what I'm saying? It's some people who probably not getting the ask.
So if you are an artist who is not known on Rock Nation, you might be shelving right now for development or whatever.
All the motherfuckers.
Do you think he's going to put him on the Super Bowl, or is he going to put the Beyonces, the Rihannas, the Meek Mills, the other? You know what I'm saying? People are already getting exposure.
It doesn't matter who vouches for you if you're black. If you're not big enough, you're not going to be in that Super Bowl halftime show. Not because Jay-Z gave you a voucher.
Because he's only a consultant. He doesn't control it.
Yeah, he's not going to say, you know what? I want Fat Cheryl on there, so he's going to be on there. You know what I'm saying? And so, but the only thing is, I don't know. Jay-Z could have other positive like business endeavors, and he realized, hey, I need to get in this circle so I can make this happen. Like he does. He had got backlash before. The media really didn't. He was working with some, before he was talking about Jewish people and this and that. But then he went in a partnership with like a circle of Jewish guys to build some buildings in New York, and people were mad at him for that.
No, that I wouldn't. Because
of course, like if it's bad, when you have someone you love, like as far as like a celeb or they're not going to display like all the negative shit. They don't want you to know because they want to keep them in the spotlight, keep them in that positive light. So I mean, I don't think Jay-Z, and you're correct, I don't think he's chasing a check, but he's dealing with like some powerful people because those billionaires are not billionaires because of football. Right. They were billionaires before that. So you don't know if it's oil, I don't know what it is.
So here's another huge criticism that he's facing right now. So people are saying, and I believe it's been confirmed, like y'all can go fact check that just in case, but Jay-Z's been working on this deal for about a year. And within that year, Jay-Z has told several artists like Travis Scott, Rihanna, people like big people like that, like not to perform at the Super Bowl. There were a few other artists, J. Cole, Wale, not to be affiliated with the Super Bowl. No. Yeah, that the deal has been going on for. So deals like this don't get drafted up overnight. This doesn't take a week or two. So he's been, and then people say, he's been flying back and forth with what's the NFL guy's name, the big dude,
Roger Goodell.
Yeah. So flying out several times, working out this deal. So, but within that year, he's told so many people. Even the biggest name is Jermaine Dupri.
I don't know if that was true.
Jermaine Dupri bigger than Rihanna?
No.
I don't know if that. I gotta verify.
This has been confirmed
that he told him not to do that similar deal.
For the people who don't know,
do a little sauce
Jermaine Dupri. No, but actually, I remember when this came up last year. I remember when this came up because he was gonna. People like, he was gonna do the so deaf thing and all of that stuff. Dope. Yeah, and so he was offered the similar deal. Brian Michael Cox talked about this and spoke on it. And he's very close to the situation. And he said that Jermaine Dupri was offered the same deal with the same sentiment in mind. And
why
Jay
is he
personally, he's a producer, maybe.
Maybe he's talking to Jermaine Dupri. They got the same pull as Jay.
No, I'm just like, why Brian Michael Cox? Like, why are you close to the situation? That's extremely random.
Gotcha.
He said it. Jermaine Dupri confirmed it. He was offered the same deal with the same sentiment in mind, and Jay personally called him and told him not to take the deal, and that we shouldn't fuck with the NFL. So I want to ask y'all: do y'all think
Jermaine Dupri?
Jay?
They
did Money Cash shows.
No, I'm saying.
I mean, they did Money Anything.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago. Why is the NFL calling Jermaine Dupri this shit since?
These are white people. These are old white people we talking about, Yatta.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's a hell of a grasp at a straw. Like, you know what? You just get Jermaine Dupri on the phone.
Jay-Z is
said
not
no one ever.
If Jay-Z's not fucking with you, a lot of mainstream artists are not fucking with you. They might go to somebody who has a lot of pull with a lot of different artists. Because Jermaine Dupri, his catalog might be old, but the people he has to connect to, he can still get people, especially in Atlanta. Because the Super Bowl was in Atlanta. This was around that time.
Oh yeah,
but I'm also
right,
like,
because he had Big Boy and like
exactly.
He's probably the biggest thing to come out of Atlanta as far as like having connections or like engineers or producing, like just having as far as businessmen.
I guess.
Who bigger than JD in Atlanta?
I said I guess. Oh. God damn.
Okay.
So
nigga T.I. Gucci.
Let's see some comments. I don't see any. What are people saying, Aubrey?
Let's see. At Los the Gunman said, I think we should give him some time before we prove.
So Los the Gunman said we think we should give Jay-Z some time. Who else?
I don't mind giving him some time.
Call up.
Yeah, I agree. I think we shouldn't be premature.
Right. Such a Lady 16 says, now the JD move is sketchy, but until JD confirms, I won't address that. So
I think JD confirmed though. I'm not sure.
Fuck JD.
It's so hard to believe the media, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's like, oh, yeah, he confirmed. Or they talked last year on September 19th at the Busboys and Poets. Like, I don't know.
What's up? We have a caller right now. You are speaking with No Disclaimers Podcast. Who is this?
This is Cool Hunter from Crown 360. What's good, y'all?
What's good?
My man, what's good, baby?
What do you want to talk about on the topic? What you got to say?
Well, I think it's a little tricky because, like, it's going to depending on the relationship when it comes to if your significant other should have access to your phone. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. So explain the situation.
Like, if one person is an entrepreneur, business owner, or even if it's simple stuff like having kids, you know what I'm saying? If you got kids with somebody, well, let's use kids. If you got kids with somebody and somebody calls, you could be in the shower, somebody calls your phone. It could be an emergency. It could be a number not saved, and you might need to answer it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Somebody should not, pick up your significant other's phone because of, they not around or they in the shower just because you don't know the number or something like that. That doesn't make sense to me,
So you're... Okay. Y'all have anything to say about that?
I take my phone in the bathroom because I'm listening to tunes while I shower anyway.
Got you. I do listen to music in the shower though, so you got to run in the shower in the fog to grab my phone. You're doing a little bit too much.
That's too much. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're in a business meeting, you in a real business meeting, right? You might really be, getting to a bag, and your phone's ringing, and your significant other might pick it up just to take a message for you.
Cool, honey.
That's what we got voicemail for.
Are you in a relationship right now?
Yeah, I am.
So, are you married?
I'm always in a relationship.
Oh, look. That's true.
He's a professional.
I'm saying that they have voicemail. So, like, you don't have to take a message for me. So my phone got voicemail.
Are you married or are you just in a relationship?
No, I'm not married.
So your girl can pick up your phone, no problem?
I mean, she can if she wants to. She just got to deal with what happens with and what comes with that. You know what I'm saying?
What come with that?
I mean, it can't be, any type of spite or malice or insecurity.
Do you have your own business? Do you work for yourself?
Well, not full time yet, but I'm getting there.
Oh, well, good. Congratulations on that. But okay, all right. Anything else to add on that?
No, Hunter. I want. How you feel about this Jay-Z situation? Mm-hmm. I want to hear what you gotta say about that.
About the Jay-Z situation?
Yeah, talk to me.
People are fucking tripping, man. Like, people are lunching. First of all, it's weird because the protesting that Cap started hasn't changed any social injustices at all. Police still killing people, right?
Facts.
White supremacy is still around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Oh, that's Sabrae's favorite word. You done reeled her in with that word.
You beat it to the punch.
So what is Cap getting credit for on the end result standpoint? I get what you started, what you started didn't lead to an end result that benefited us socially as black people. So how can Jay be criticized when he's trying to work towards the same?
So you don't think Jay-Z is tripping? See, what makes it hard what makes it hard for Kaepernick and for people to support him even more is that he doesn't talk. And that's starting to work against him because all these people speaking through him, you know, it's just not as effective. He has to speak up for himself.
So, Hunter, this is what I want to say. What does Jay-Z going to do, like, besides getting artists at halftime show? What is he going to do? What power is that? I understand
that. What
power
can you have with that job?
We don't know yet.
Got you.
Same way you might work your way in as a janitor and then work your way up to fucking fries. Like, you don't know.
60 years. Go ahead, cool, honey. Before we get out the phone.
No, it's interesting because it's like, let's be realistic. Why are we using the sports platform to try to change what's going on in our neighborhoods anyway?
That's what I'm saying. All I was saying is don't package something one way when you have intentions to do something totally different. I'm not mad at the move, but don't package it one way and then like,
I
shit.
would say don't speak on that man's intentions because if somehow he makes something shake, are you going to shut up? Yes or no?
No, I'm not. I don't shut the fuck up. But that's what we do about topics. That's what people do.
Thank you so much for calling.
Okay, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
Thank
all right. Like when people like wait on what he going to do, I'm like, that's what we all do. Something comes out and then we all speak on it. Like, why do people act like that's not what we do?
No, I'm not. Right?
No,
we definitely do. But I'm just saying people speak on that. But me personally, and I will preface things as an opinion, but I tend to not speak definitively on things I cannot corroborate myself.
That's why. That's why I fuck with you though. But you're playing it fair because those same people who are knocking people who don't fuck with Jay move, they're telling you what he is going to do. How the fuck do they know?
I'm definitely on some. Well, I'm gonna just see how it play out. If it play out on some wild shit, then I'll adjust my opinion and my stance accordingly. But I'm just not willing to just eagerly jump on the bandwagon, or I ain't even gonna call it a bandwagon, but jump on that wagon of it's this. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I don't fucking know what it is.
Gotcha. So we don't know what it is entirely. We know that it's not it doesn't seem to be a super powerful position. However, when people sign deals, if it was something different, people would be like, oh, Jay-Z just signed a $100 million deal with such and such to do X, Y, and Z. Why is this? He signs a vague amount to do a vague job, except the only thing we know that he's going to do is the Super Bowl and some type of entertainment.
Why
and
is
doing
it your
some
business?
type of because it's supposed to be for us. It's supposed to be affecting change for a movement that's about the people.
Why do you need to know his dollar amount though? That don't have nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does.
When he's talking about his dollar amount and they publish everything else about the dollar amount.
But it's not necessarily our business to know. Like if he chooses to publicize that, then you choose to publicize that. But whatever you close that deal for, that's on you.
No. When an athlete signs a contract, they're going to take.
He's not an athlete.
When the coach who doesn't play,
he's not a coach either.
Okay. So Yatta. So
this is some weird ass alias position they've drafted.
No, he's doing something for the people.
They talk about Roger Goodell's money, Robert Kraft's money. Now Jay-Z's off limits to talk about how much money he's going to get.
Maybe he opted out of that, but that's his business. Okay. That's his business to make that choice.
The fact that Jay-Z is not a
Colin can't tell us what he got paid for that thing.
No.
Then maybe they made him sign an NDA. So.
Right. Like maybe we don't know. Maybe he
got, I forgot what he. No, it was finally disclosed. What do you mean?
Right, but I feel like that was some leak type shit versus some actual official disclosure. He wasn't supposed to speak on that. So I'm not going to draw a conclusion because I don't know the terms of that. Maybe they did. Maybe they NDA'd his ass. I don't fucking know.
What makes this situation different from if he was just getting a job as a player or a coach is that the way, like you said, Jay-Z framed this was this is something that was going to make change for the people. So the people are entitled to know what he's doing for the people. And I believe that that's a fair question to ask. How much are you getting this? Because it does seem a little self-serving.
Well,
people
I would say let it play out.
When you become president, like Obama, what are you going to do for us?
I would say let it play out. It's very easy to just feel like, well, what is this one? What is that? And it's very easy to we tend to get very excitable and draw conclusions based off of what we've assumed and our opinions that we formed with, you know what I'm saying? And that happens a lot. And I feel like, okay, I'm not about to excite myself over something that could go either way.
Gotcha.
That's my point. Is I'm not about to sit here and be up in arms like, oh no, it's this, because I'm gonna feel stupid as shit if for some fucking stretch of imagination he makes something shake. However, I don't know what type of inner dealings he think he be. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I would rather just not really draw a conclusion per se.
I'm just saying on both ways. Like, if he did, I would eat my words. I would shut the fuck up. But also, I'm not mad at the move. I'm just, like I said, if you want to do it just to make a money move because you're a capitalist and you're a businessman, do that shit. I'm not mad at that.
Just call it that.
Just call it that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Just call it that. It's like, yo, if you meet a girl and you just try and fuck, call it that. But when you tell her like this and that, yeah, this and that, and then you move in a different way, she has every right to be mad because why wasn't you just like upfront?
Right, but I also feel like we should see how the moves go before we feel like
gotcha.
You lied to us.
I just feel like, say if he doesn't do anything, people are still going to make excuses. Well, a black man, he gave it a go. Like,
well, that's different. I feel like if you see how the shit pan out and it don't pan out how it's framed, then you have every reason to feel however you feel or speak on how you feel, because that's just being misleading.
So that's the point that Sabrae made, because what is even supposed to pan out?
Right, but that's what I'm just saying. Well, let it fucking pan out how it is.
Gotcha.
Is what I'm saying. We could all sit here and question, I don't get this. And then, you know, like, for whatever reason, if it does, it does. Awesome. If it doesn't, then it's, you know what I'm saying? Then you have validation for your feelings, but I don't like to jump off the cliff without validation.
Day one, I feel you, Yatta. Day two, I even kind of agree, but too much has developed in this story and has been exposed about Jay-Z and his dealings with the NFL that just makes the whole situation seem janky. And that's the only thing. People have a lot of doubts versus, at first it was like, let's just see. Now it's like, nigga, it's too many odd things that make
like
this
5 days, though. Niggas have to relax.
I think when you get to
but a lot came out in 5 days.
But it's people are like, I mean, let's wait and see. And I was like, I don't know, it's jank, but no moves have been made. Like, let it happen.
No, things have been exposed.
I think when someone gets to a certain amount of money, which is Jay's like super rich, like black is not the main color anymore. It's green.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I'm to say that Jay-Z doesn't care about black people is not fair at all. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not fair. That is jumping off the ledge, but he does seem like this is a janky move. Now,
hold on, Sabrae. I'm sorry. Such a lady has something to say.
Oh, Such a Lady says.
Such a Lady 16 says that's a narrative that was as consumers of information dictated. She says we as a people are paralyzed and cynical, and that's stifling to any progress. Nothing is ever enough. That's what she has to say about it.
Can you say that in English, Ashley?
So basically, nothing.
She be talking like a thesaurus and shit. I always tell her that. I'm like, what the fuck does that word mean?
You giving SATs.
Is she basically saying that people will never be satisfied?
We shouldn't be fucking satisfied. Look at what black people have been through. Like we're saying a little bit these crumbs. Like take these and be satisfied.
No, we talking about with what people are doing. We're never satisfied with our own people's moves. All while we don't do shit ourselves, but we sit and criticize somebody else's move. And I'm not saying that's what we're doing right now, but I need to speak in general.
No, that's what we do.
What Ash is saying is we'll sit and talk about everything that this person isn't doing or whatever, while we sit on our asses and do nothing.
Yeah. Now, I would like to ask her on the live, what did he do? What did he do for you to say that? I just want to know what he did for you to say that.
Or call in.
Well, call in. The number's open. The number is Yatta's fan, and I don't know.
301s. You got to learn this number. 683-8077.
I wrote it down so I can have it.
You know what? I'm holding it now, so I'm just going to I'm face the camera. I just feel like when
that's
people say they're going to do things, you should give them the opportunity to do what they said they're going to do at least. Now, if they fumble on that and it comes out to be nothing, I can understand the skepticism. Absolutely. But I feel like I'm not going to jump off the cliff with it. Just see what the fuck happens. I mean, like, I'm not going to lose. Nothing in my life is going to change whether I wait and see or whether I get mad now. You know, like nothing.
You can say that about a lot.
Yeah.
You can say that about the presidency.
That's why I have the patience. Well, no, that's a little different. No, putting bitches in camps, but no, like I mean, I feel like my patience, like it doesn't hurt. I can be patient in this situation because it's not urgent. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was like a pressing matter, like Jay-Z doing whatever he does with the NFL, whether it is helpful or whether it's totally self-serving, I still have to go to work tomorrow. Like
But we talking about that. You can say that about like that's kind of a cop out, y'all.
No,
you have to admit.
That's like Donald Trump and Barack. Like you still gotta go to work.
That's why I can have this isn't something that's gonna kill me if I don't make a decision about how I feel about him today. Is what I mean ultimately. Okay. Like,
so
the nigga made reasonable doubt. That's why he getting his pass.
That Johnny didn't even get love till last year. Like,
yeah, didn't really appreciate it till the second one came out.
2 people came back with receipts Sabrae for it. She said he bailed niggas out of jail.
No. With this deal, honey, we not talking about what Jay-Z has.
You said what did he do to make you feel like that? That's what she's bringing up past receipts that make her feel how she feel about him now.
Jay-Z has done a lot of things. He gained credibility from the community.
Yesterday, give him a chance.
OJ Foulé said also Trayvon Martin documentary. Don't care about that.
Yes.
Hold on. So y'all forget about
No one said. Okay, hold on, wait. No one said that. I did not mean to imply that what has he done in general. He's done the Khalif Browder documentary. He's bailed several people out of jail.
And who did people feel how they feel about him or have more faith in him? Right,
he was
now.
Also the face of those who really did those documentaries.
Oh yeah, he was an executive producer. That's true.
He paid for it.
Did you?
But he paid for it to get done. He paid for it. Was but it's still business. But guess what? It's a market for that too.
Gotcha.
So that could be. I mean, he did put it out there.
I mean, he didn't have to.
He
didn't have to. You're right.
No, I'm not.
But when people say pay,
away.
it's not like we pay. Like we like nigga here, tax write off.
Yeah, no, he does do. I know he does stuff for the community, but this can still be a fucked up move. You can do great things and then and
that's the point I'm trying to make. I don't give a fuck what he did. We're talking about this move. We're not talking about it in the past. We're not talking about one time he helped a lady on Branch Avenue with a flat fucking tire.
You didn't
like
clarify that.
Okay.
You said,
I know. Yes.
What did he do that made you feel like that?
Right.
And they're saying, well, these are the things that he's done. This is the track record he's built that's made me feel like maybe let me give him a chance.
I'm not necessarily talking about them, but people are like, oh, Jay-Z done did all this shit. Okay, we're not talking about that shit.
Right.
This is the topic today. I don't give a fuck what he did in 2005.
That's why they're giving him the BLTD.
Right. So just to clarify, you know that. Did somebody else say something else before we move on?
She said in all caps, so she's yelling at you.
Who's yelling?
I've been yelled at by women before.
You yell at Ashley? Ooh, you getting loud.
She said, we do not know what he intends to do. And that's okay. Laughing like shit.
Baby, folks, I don't think he knows.
Hold on 1 second. She said, folks are making up things to justify their decisions. And then OG, whatever your name is.
My guy.
He says, does stuff for the community.
Okay.
Yeah, I do stuff for the community too. I be feeding the homeless.
Gotcha.
Well,
I do.
So, I want to ask this last question on this topic. In the audience, I would like to know what you think about this as well. Because he has done so much to make himself relevant and so many things to make himself trusted in the community.
The motherfuckers, they don't even know what he's done. They just saying some shit. Okay.
No,
he's so upset.
He's done a lot of things for different causes, black causes, and a bunch of other things. Jay, we cannot take away the fact that he hasn't. We can't sit up here and say he hasn't done anything because he has.
Sabrae, can I say something real fast?
Sure, no.
Why the fuck can't people name what the fuck he's done? Don't say he's done a lot.
We don't have time to go through anything. They just definitely just named several things.
They said build out the community. That's what the fuck they said. I'm here. I've been here. I'm here next
lastly, do you think Jay-Z used his power and respect and influence in the culture as leverage to make his own deal?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean that's why anybody with common sense would do that.
That's why they're reaching out to him.
That's why what do you have it for if you're not going to use it to leverage? Well, to be honest.
But not against the people. I mean, you
got
the Jermaine. It's been confirmed that Jermaine Dupri had the same offer, and he personally told him not to take the deal.
You know what white people,
so he can come back around and do it himself.
You know what white people do? They get one black person on board, and then that shows all the black people like,
absolutely.
Well, he's with us.
I mean, well, yeah, that's why they called him.
Well, I feel like so he controls Jermaine Dupri, like. He was just like, don't do it. He was like, okay.
Yes. Sure. Just like
if we're peers and you're respecting, like, He
told several people not to do the Super Bowl and deal with the NFL. And they did it.
Right.
Jay-Z the OG, though.
Just like Jermaine Dupri. So I don't understand what the difference is.
But I feel like if you're at a level where you could be offered that, why are you listening to other niggas tell you what to do?
Because he's Jay.
It's solidarity.
Did he get a check from it? No.
Oh.
Everything is like some people have integrity.
But that's why you bring it up now because you're like, oh, man, that was supposed to be my deal. That's not really all that.
If Jay called you and be like, yeah, don't do that.
I'm gonna be like, how did you get this number? First of all. Second of all, you cheated on Beyonce. I'm not fucking listening to you.
Oh.
I need some money.
Wow.
Cut me a check and then we'll talk.
Oh, you want some money? You want some of that dirty cheating money? Okay, cool.
He didn't earn money from cheating. He earned money from touring.
Apologize, I mispronounced your name.
Yeah.
OG Fule said, in regards to your question, he said, this man rebuild Marcy projects. That's what he said.
Marcy is all white.
It was probably in line to be gentrified anyway.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, when it's funny when you go through Marcy, you be like, this the Marcy they was talking about on Volume 1?
That probably wasn't the plan, but niggas just went left with that shit.
Yeah, like, I don't know. And I'm not saying the projects should stay the projects, but build it nice and then have black people in there. It's white people living on Marcy. That's not the Marcy when you were brought up on Jay-Z. That's not the Marcy he was talking about.
Do you think that was the intention?
Of course it is.
To move the whites in? Or
of course. Yes.
The community, and as a result, the whites started moving in.
When you raise the prices where the black people can't afford it, that's kind of what gentrification is.
But I feel like you move enough white people into a situation and then they can start raising the prices. So I feel like it could go both ways, but either way.
Well, let us know what you think in the comment section. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on Soundcloud or Apple Podcast, follow us on Instagram on No Disclaimers Podcast. What else? Go in the YouTube comment section. Let us know what you think. What side are you on? Do you think that this is about him, or do you think this is about us?
Or do you think it's too early to pick a side?
Or if you think it's too early to pick a side, because at the end of the day, it's okay to say I don't know. And I respect people who say I don't know. I can argue both sides. I just don't know, because you don't have to draft up an opinion for everything.
And some people just don't care.
And some people don't give a fuck.
Because Yatta's going to wake up, her life is going to be the same regardless.
No, I said it does not create a sense of it's not an urgent situation to where I feel like I have to derive an opinion now. I have the time. I got time to wait and see how
I feel like if Jay
out.
didn't say all that shit like on ape shit and then make other references, his backlash wouldn't be as big. Because I think we're humans, we all contradict ourselves, but it's more like subconsciously. Like, this is like, nigga, you was just saying... Tell everybody don't even fuck with the NFL. Now you're fucking with the NFL. That's like, oh no, she a hoe, don't fuck with her. And then you like, nah, the pussy job torch, I'm fucking with her now.
Maybe he feels like he can genuinely have the ability to make a move from inside. I don't know.
Has it ever been done? Has a black person ever infiltrated a white corporation such as that?
Has to have a
no, but I'm asking.
I don't fucking know.
Right,
I've never researched it.
To me, even with Jay-Z putting in that position, there is, and I'm sure that there's some type of like board. Like, he's still going to be a super minority. He's not going to have any say.
Well, we'll just have to wait.
We'll see.
We will wait and see. I'm leaning on the side that this is some self-serving bullshit that he used to exploit himself. Yeah. But we will see. Time will tell.
You feel like that about most people.
Yeah, he's a black pawn. He's a black pawn, just a super rich, popular black pawn that really doesn't need the NFL.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, moving right along, everyone. When you hear these beautiful bounce beat tones, this means we about to get ready for Yatta Yatta with Yatta, okay? Make some noise at home while you're listening right now, okay? With a hand clap set, Yatta Yatta with Yatta.
Y'all be finding any excuse to clap in her seat.
Hey. Let me stop.
She keeps playing.
I'm sorry.
If you don't turn that shit off, she's going to be clapping till 12 o'clock.
How does shit over here turn? Anyway.
OG Fule said he's calling on the phone.
Oh, yeah. My nigga.
OG Fule already called. Next.
We gotta get a new person. This is not the call-in time.
Yes.
You can call it after this.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We have Yatta Yatta with Yatta right now.
You
going to hold on for a second, OG.
It's your girl Yatta with a Yatta Yatta.
Don't disrespect my man. Go ahead.
All right,
okay, first things first. I know y'all saw what's tea with the whole Nicki Minaj and Joe Budden debacle that happened where they went on each other's podcast. He was on Queen Radio with Maul and Rory and that other nigga. And
Parts.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to them
podcast.
We've been to 2 shows, so shout out to them. We are supporters of the show.
I've been to 1 show because I wasn't invited to the second show, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so Nicki basically called Joe out for calling her a liar, and he was saying that he was speaking more generally about the industry and not necessarily her specifically. Nicki pulled up the receipts, played back the audio that verified that he was that he said what he said about her. Basically said that she was a liar. She lied about how the Hot Girl Summer record came about.
No, What's that? No, that's not the song.
It was that and Motorsport.
Yeah, Motorsport.
It started
okay,
with that, and then
it
went. She cycled back to Motorsport.
Yeah.
But basically, she said she was on live, and they kept saying she should go on live with Megan, and then Megan got on the live, and she was like she didn't know how to do it. Showed her how to do it, so they on live together, and basically Meg kind of dropped like, oh yeah, we supposed to have this record, somebody, but too busy or whatever. Mm-hmm. So she said after the live, she had reached out to like Juicy J, I guess him and some guy named Derek had wrote on the song or whatever, and she was like, well, let me hear it. She heard the song, and then she said like a few hours later she wrote a verse and got in the studio basically, and that's how it happened. But she talked about how he said she was alive. She brought it up to like women, like basically like you love to come at women in the industry.
She took a cheap shot at him, by the way.
Because you're jealous of their success, which I thought was like, ooh, damn, she went rogue with that. But he definitely called her a liar on multiple occasions. She felt some type of way. And I mean, I kind of get where she's coming from to a certain degree, to where it's like everyone else gets the benefit of the doubt but her. She says this is what happened. People don't care. But I feel like when people don't like you enough, they're willing to believe whatever about you that's negative, either way, regardless. So, I mean, I feel where she was coming from or whatever. And then she went back on their show, and I guess they squashed it. And a little podcast beef squash. So, I guess it's all cool. But, I mean, like, do you think that was a low blow? To mention it, like, basically, like, make it about all women and not just her specifically?
That's what bitches do.
Wow.
The fuck reach. And she was reaching
who
like
had an
shit.
angry man dinner tonight?
That was because I said that's what bitches do. That's how I feel.
You was like, that's what bitches do. Like, damn, angry man dinner.
Bitches do.
So what Los the Gunman said, let's talk about female artists from the city. But before we do that, let's
not.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
All right, well there's that. I feel like it was a cheap shot when she said that you like to basically, I can't remember her exact quote, but you like to pick on women who cannot defend themselves. I thought that part was a low blow. Especially
thought it was like a domestic jab a little bit.
It was. I feel like
you like
that
to
was a little below the belt. But I feel like what Joe was saying was that they didn't play the rest of the clip where he was basically explaining what he was saying. Like he didn't, like she knew about it, but she didn't know something about it. Like she.
Are you talking about Motorsport? Or are you talking about
Motorsport? Yeah. Well, they have now on the podcast. They make speculations. They have to do stuff like that. It's not that they lied on her when it came to the.
Well, no, he said she was lying because they were like, "Do you believe her when she said that she knew Cardi B was on the record?" He was like, "No."
Oh yeah, and then they cut it off when he was like, "No." Then later it was like, I knew that she knew she was on the record, but she didn't know that they were gonna change it or something like, or that Cardi was gonna have her change it. It was more to it than that, but Nikki wasn't trying to hear it, and she cut his mic off, and that I felt,
she was definitely over talking the fuck out of him. Though.
Yeah, she was yelling the whole fucking time.
That's
not
she was
a
giving Joe some
conversation.
Joe T though, because that's
yeah, but
that is true.
But she was bringing some other shit that had nothing to do with the topic at hand.
He did the same thing too though. He did, because he
All right,
basically was like, nah, she's like, can you just say that you said that you believe that I was lying? And he was like, well, was y'all throwing bars at each other? She's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything we're talking about? And he just like completely went left with it.
Yeah.
So I get it. They was both trying.
You're right. But I guess because she just kept on yelling and then she cut it off. Like, why did you invite me on your show just because we're having a difference of opinion and then you want to just cut it off? Because to me, that means like, I hit a spot. You're not liking where this conversation is going. It's your show, so you can control it.
It's no different than him storming off. So, I mean, I get it. I feel like she was trying to give him, a dose of his own medicine.
Let's keep it a buck. Now, and I was a Nikki fan. She's a fucking hater. She's irrational. She reaches. She has no accountability. She's a fucking hater.
You think she doesn't have any accountability?
No. No.
She never takes accountability.
No, it's always someone else. It's Safari, it's Joe, it's Cardi, it's Quavo. It's never her.
Isn't it? But isn't sometimes it is other people?
It is sometimes.
No, it is. But it's not always other people.
Does anyone ever acknowledge that it's even sometimes other people? No, it's always her. I will say this. I don't pick apart her situations enough to decipher what is or isn't her. I don't know that bitch from a can of paint. But I do notice, I will say, and I noticed this and it stands out to me because, like I said, I've experienced it before. Yeah. When there is a disposition about you or somebody feels a way about you, that one person, even just one person, anything that's said about you in a negative light, they are willing to run with it, period. Because they don't want to believe anything good about you. So you could be telling the fucking truth, but they're like, I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt. Like, I will say this. She's been accused of things, and she's come up with actual receipts, text message threads, blah, 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 that validate or verify what she said. And people still be like, man, that bitch lying. So, I mean, I get it. It sucks for you. I can't say you're telling the truth every single time. I don't fucking know you. But that has to suck like shit.
No, it's a segment of the population that is just like that. And then there's a segment of population that believes everything that she says. I think too much of either side is just too much.
Fucking extremes. Like, where's the healthy balance?
But I can tell you this. She's been trying to diss Cardi for a year and a half. Give it up. We get it.
I agree.
We get it.
And that's
Let it
true.
go.
There's definitely shots been thrown. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like fan bases manufactured that beef.
That is true.
I feel like the fans escalate. I feel like them girls wouldn't think about each other for real. And I think that the Barty gang and the Barbs at each other. And I think that a lot of that escalated that to where it was. It made them feed into it. And that sucks because they could have just been chilling. Them bitches was minding their business. And I think it was whack for people to incite that because they wanted them to beef. Because people wanted somebody.
I think that's what happens a lot. The instigators kind of like control it and blow it up to be something that it was never been. And then you kind of get like somebody like putting a battery in your back. And you be like, maybe that bar is about me when the bar wasn't about you at all.
Exactly. You didn't even realize it until after it's over. Like, damn, niggas really like sex.
Yeah, I went too fucking far.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you have another one?
Oh, yeah. I wanted to mention the fact that, I don't know if y'all saw, Eva Marcel is changing her daughter's last name. She has a daughter with Kevin McCall, the singer. And she was explaining why she was changing the last name to her husband's last name, who is not obviously her daughter's father or whatever. And, some people have commentary about it. I just wonder how y'all feel about, like, being married and changing your child who was from a previous relationship's last name to your husband's name.
Sean, would you like to do it without getting into your segment?
I wish one of my I respect both. I have two boys. They have different mothers. They honestly, both of them named my son, so I don't think we will really run into that issue. But I respect them. Great mothers. But I wish they would change my son's name, because I don't know the law, so I'm not going to get into this. Can you? Is it jurisdiction states? Can you if you don't? So in the state of Maryland,
I think they're estranged.
Okay, got you. So in the state of Maryland, because also wasn't Kevin McCall beating her physically, abusing her, or am I?
She said after 2 months that they were estranged and she was just raising her daughter as a single mother, and that now she's married, she has another child with her husband. All of them are Sterlings, and her daughter is a McCall.
She wouldn't want to be left out.
Kind of solidarity, but also he is not active in her life.
Yeah, because So mine is a little biased because I'm definitely, and you guys would know, I'm sure you guys would not be my friend podcast mates. I'm super active in my son's life. So
unless you was, never mind, go ahead.
No disclaimers podcast. Not the father. You said if I wasn't really not the father.
Oh,
piece of shit. What you was going to say, Bray?
Because I take it back because whatever race it, even if it's white, it'll still be a black child. So I would not even do that. So yeah, go ahead.
Sabrae hate my son because
don't say I love Bino.
She already said my son not going to get full reparations.
He not.
No, he's not, and he can't say nigga.
I'm sorry, he's not.
He can't say nigga.
Half of him is down to 50% reparations already.
No,
then once we dilute your ass,
I get full reparations.
Once
so he's going to get
he gonna get 25%.
Sabrae, hold on. Why he can't say nigga? He black. You just said. Hold on. So you're contradicting. You just said because
I contradict it out and explain.
Okay.
You can say nigga, Bino. I'm cool with it.
He can't say nigga because he got more of his Asian genes and he don't look black all the way. He don't look black. Bino don't look black. Let's keep it a buck.
It don't matter what you look. He's black though, right?
No. But I'm saying, even when I said it before, he is black. Don't get it twisted. But he can't say nigga for appearance sake. It doesn't look good.
So he's black, but he doesn't look black, so he can't say nigga.
So it's like when Logic say nigga.
Yeah,
opposed to J. Cole, when they're equally.
Yeah, but
one of them got more ethnic
features than I don't want Bino to get beat up.
So can Mutt say nigga?
No, he don't.
I wouldn't have known J. Cole was biracial if he didn't say it.
Yes, but
Logic, I'd be like, nigga, I'm still not sure he's nigga. I need to see some birth certificates because I don't fucking believe
So Bino get 15, he say nigga, you gonna correct him?
I'm gonna be like, Bino, you might not want to say that, baby.
And what's somebody gonna know how to fight?
Yeah.
Well, say it, Bino, because you're gonna have hands.
Because he's black and Asian, and he's Spanish. So
that's like hands
so three
and
things.
karate.
He can slap box. He gonna have a knife, and he know jujitsu. He a triple threat. Okay, so he can say whatever the fuck he wants.
He said, and he know jujitsu, and he gonna have a knife. That's petty as shit. That's the most racially profiled sentence I ever heard in my life.
Oh my god.
I got Oh Now Love. She said, I think that's a bit much to change the child's name. However, if the child's father is active, I don't feel like it's anything wrong with it.
Oh.
But you'll still need the father's signature.
You'll need the same father.
I think only time you need a signature for that is if he still has parental rights. So if he is estranged from that child, she had that baby in 2014. If he's estranged since she was 2 months old, she's probably terminated his parental rights. Her husband's probably adopted that child.
But how do you terminate your? Doesn't he have to give up? If you sign an affidavit, don't you have to give up your parental rights? And I'm not sure.
The thing is, if you're estranged and they can't find you, and it goes to, you know what I'm saying, it goes unresponded to, then it's kind of just like a divorce.
So I'm sorry, I don't think I ever asked a question. I'm gonna speed this up. No, you can't change my son's name. There's going to be issues, and I will fight you. I will go to court, whatever. It's not going to get nasty. If I got to go through the legal way, I'm not.
Well, as an active father, I totally understand.
Because sons you have to carry on my legacy. You can't carry on my legacy because you came from me. You came from both of us, but with another man's last name.
Yeah.
So would a daughter be different, considering she would marry and probably change her last name?
Yeah, honestly, to keep it a buck, yes.
Okay.
If my daughter did not have my last name and you wanted the name, cool. My sons, no.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I got 2 more comments that I'll be quiet.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so
we like feedback.
I still haven't answered it.
Oh, yeah, we like feedback.
Lost the Gunman said, never take a father's rights no matter the relationship between the mother and father unless he is a pedophile.
Talk that shit.
Nope.
If you're a pedophile and a deadbeat, though.
I feel like if you're deadbeat, you could lose your rights just as much as anybody else.
Because if you're a deadbeat, you don't have any parental rights.
You don't deserve any rights.
Right.
Because you're not being there for your kids. So we might as well get rid of you. And at least if I marry, my husband can adopt that child and that child can have a real father since you are hell-bent on not being one.
But how about if she just doing it out of spite and he just a husband and he not a real dad either? But I mean, I guess that's her mother. Yeah.
Then she's gonna have to deal with that.
Gotcha.
But I don't think you should do it. Me personally, I have a daughter and I'm not with her father, and I probably am going to end up. Somebody's gonna want to marry me so bad, and I have to get married.
Debatable.
Because you know what I'm saying.
On a 5-year plan.
Probably be single till you get 65.
Please, but if that's by choice, okay? Because Sweet Baby can pull him, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to. Cold Girl Summer, hashtag.
Are you going to keep him?
Right, and OG Foulet said, half Asian, half Capital Heights.
Oh, yeah.
My nigga. That's my guy.
Half Asian, half Capital Heights. What else he said?
From Crenshaw.
Yeah.
If
you know from Crenshaw.
Yeah. G Gun 85 said, yeah, if you are a deadbeat, you have no rights. So that's
Bun. That's G Bun. Yeah. Shout out Bun.
What'd I say?
We don't know, but you let her talk.
My bad. But yeah, so if it was for me, I plan on being married one day. I'm not changing my daughter's name. Her father will always be involved. You know what I'm saying? But
good man too.
Good dude. But my thing is, I don't think, unless the dude is a deadbeat and you just want to, and y'all have a whole complete family, you just want it on paper, complete, have at it. But if that man is active, don't fucking do that shit. That's so fucking disrespectful and uncalled for. Because people act like it's so inconvenient to have different names. Like, I had a different name.
I can imagine someone doing that with an active father, though.
My coworker.
That's whack, though. I had a different name for my family. Everybody got a different name in my house. And we lived just fine.
My coworker said some real shit. She said sometimes when a man does, I mean, we all have flaws, but when he's a good man, sometimes a woman will do spiteful shit because that's the only way that she can hurt him. Because she can't use him being a bad father, because no one's going to come on, we know he's not a bad father. So I feel like some women, honestly, want to change because the nigga ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? My husband is a good dude. We all have the same last name. When you go to doctor's appointment, kids are affected by that when everyone has the same last name and your prescription reads something different.
Age.
Yeah,
we got to school.
The good comment we see, Lois the gunman said, my stepdaughter wanted to keep her father's name, but we waited until she could make a conscious decision before asking her. So that's also good advice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be the child's decision because my sons ain't making.
I feel like if my child is 5 and you, as her father, we've been estranged since my child was 2 months old. Her what? You're nothing more than a sperm donor.
Gotcha.
And you can get the fuck on.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, that was Yatta Yatta with Yatta, ladies and gentlemen. Make some motherfucking noise for Yatta. You need a big one. Since this is what you need. This is what you need. You need a big one.
This is turning into Twitter after dark. You need a big one.
Yeah.
Right, you going rogue. Damn.
Only the big ones for you, Yatta.
Wow.
Anyway, so this is
super wow. Sweet baby Bray. Super wow.
Sweet baby.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, that thing gonna go. God. Huh? Go ahead. What you was about to say, Sean?
Okay, so no, Sean wasn't about to say nothing because we are right now about to do Ask Sean. Okay, Sean, explain what this new segment is about, and for the viewers watching, for the listeners listening, tell them about what Ask Sean before we get into the question for today.
So it's a new segment. Where
I'm gonna need a little higher energy. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a new segment where ladies can DM us, email me, and ask questions that they want a trusted person like me, someone who has experience, a non-biased, non-judge. Yatta, I'm non-judgmental, right?
Keep it a buck. I was being shady.
Okay,
right.
Got you.
Hold on.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
got you.
no. Sean,
Sabrae. Sabrae finger slip because she has a fat finger. She does it with the clippers as well, okay?
Oh, wow. First of all, for,
we all know this is the Fat Finger Club over here.
I feel offended
the
for
FFC.
fat finger. Her fingers are not fat.
At all.
Yeah, got
I feel
you.
some
They
type
look like
of
little
way.
Tootsie Rolls.
I'm representing for my fat fingered bitches, but you know what? I'm
Kosher
still getting niggas with these fat fingers.
Wait, didn't Joe say something about you having fat
Why
hands?
are you bringing up Kosher? Because I might have said he was a crackhead.
Got you.
And he
used to be a crackhead, though.
He reacted.
He said he used to be a crackhead. He was a crackhead.
Okay.
So he apologized at the live podcast, so we cool, Joe, but don't ever let it happen again.
The Ask Sean segment is where ladies can, call in. They can DM, text, however you want to get your questions in, and I will answer them. Okay. A little wisdom from me.
So this Ask Sean for the week, okay? And I'm gonna act like I'm her.
Okay, got you.
All right. Sean. So, Sean, I just wanted to know, is it wrong for my son to call my husband dad even though it's his biological father is active?
Okay. Person who asked that question. So, I mean, that's tough because if it was a little bit more detailed, because it all depends on if the father, kind of like we were just talking about, we kind of like segue into this, if the father is active. Mm-hmm. My sons, I got 2 sons, like I just said, if their mothers got married and wanted to call them stepdad, that's what they are. I don't have any problem with that because they are playing another, like how we split it up 50-50. Mm-hmm. So they have just as much time with my boys and influence on them as I do. I wouldn't mind it if they were good men. I feel like I trust both of their decisions. They wouldn't allow my sons to call a man. I mean, hopefully they're with men who care about, my sons. But I don't get caught up in titles because I know the interaction I have with my boys, the connection and the bond. So them calling another man stepdad is not going to undervalue what they are to me.
So you think she's good? She's saying basically, am I okay? Is that okay?
It
so
depends on her intentions. Like she mad at her nigga because he left her for another broad and then want to be spiteful and just to hurt him. That's stupid. Like, let's grow up. Let's co-parent, like, effectively. You know what I'm saying? Let's leave the petty shit behind. Because when you are co-parenting, it is about compromise.
Right. So, just to clear... I see it. So, just to clarify, Such a Lady 16 said that wasn't the question. She said, and let me make sure, were you referring to them calling the father, the man, dad? It's like, can he call... Is it okay for my... Okay,
okay, I'm sorry. So I didn't answer the question?
No. Was that the answer for that? Like you're saying it's okay if it's a good man?
Because he now has two... Okay. Not no boyfriend, not no long-term boyfriend. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about if she marries, he has 2 dads now.
Okay. Yatta.
And I'm not going to
that wasn't...
Dad, not stepdad.
No.
She said if she
man, you can call the nigga whatever the fuck you want to call him. Like, honestly, it don't bother me because if you... I feel like even a boy who's young... If he don't feel like he has that type of rapport with that man, he not going to call him dad just because his mom said call him dad. Boys are stubborn. And if they don't fuck with a nigga, they not like, I don't know if you ever, dealt with like, well, I don't know if women have dealt with men, but like, I've dealt with women who have had boys, and they're really apprehensive about even getting like close to a nigga. Like, what you doing with my mom? Are you treating my mom good? Like this and that? And they're not just willingly open to call a nigga dad. So if a child is willingly open to call it, he probably got a good rapport with that man.
Yatta, how you feel about that? about the child calling the new man dad.
I feel like it's fine. I don't think that a mother should force that situation. I think it should just be organic from the child. If the child feels that kind of connection with that person to where they want to call them dad, then I think that's okay. I think you should let your child call. I feel like that should be something worked out between the two of them, between the stepdad and the kid. Like, like, hey, are you, you can call me dad if you want to, and if the kid is comfortable with that, cool. But if you know what I'm saying,
right.
the stepdad might not be comfortable with that. So I feel like it should be a level of comfortability, but I don't think anybody should force it. Don't tell the child, call him daddy. Let that child draw that conclusion.
That's a good point. If the dad is super active, if I was dating a woman and her son's father was super active, I wouldn't want him to call me dad.
Right.
Because no matter what you call me, I'm still going to be an extra dad role. I don't need that title.
Exactly.
So whatever you need from me, I'm still there for you. I'm not going to say, oh, well, you don't call me dad, so I'm going to do, less for you.
Did y'all ever have step parents?
Yes.
Did you call your step parent mom or dad?
No.
Was that encouraged?
No.
Okay.
We just kind of, he was basically like, I mean, y'all call me what you want. You can call me my name. You can call me my nickname. You can call me Pops, Dad, whatever you want to call him. And I just made a choice not to do that, and it wasn't because I felt no type of way. It's just like, I mean, I had my real dad and then I had my stepdad, and I just was that on that. But
my parents are still together, but if my mother start talking to another nigga.
Come on. You're
about
38
40 years old. Niggas not calling. You ain't calling nobody. I don't even feel like you call your dad.
You calling
dad
him.
now.
Y'all going for drinks together. Like, that's your man.
You like, hey, Joe.
Yeah, but no, I was
you
saying,
trying to get some drinks?
No, I was saying if this happened when I was 10, this happened to 11.
You call him OG.
I'm not calling all of a nigga my dad.
So I feel like that as well. I feel like that. I personally would not have my daughter call anybody dad. I would encourage her to call.
How about God dad?
Shut up. Okay? He made himself Riley's godfather.
I mean, hey, until I'm denied the right.
No, seriously, she loves Sean. It's really weird. It's like crazy. I don't understand. Like,
I
thought she only had
enough with me.
That's probably that's exactly what it is.
We're getting there.
But
now love said, especially if the child is comfortable with calling the man dad, it should definitely be the child's
decision. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have my child call nobody dad. I would encourage her to call them by their name or something like that, or some type of name. Like, you call something. I would encourage her not to call him dad.
So, I think some kids want to do that because, you never know.
If they want to, I don't know. I would encourage her.
I think sometimes in a school setting, things like that, sometimes kids just want to feel like they just have that regular family. Because, it is a blended family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes they just want to feel like that. But I do agree it should be the kids.
Yeah, it should be the kids for sure. Now, if she just said, I just want to call him, I don't know.
I would be like, Craig, Ma.
No, she said she wanted to call him dad, like whoever my future fine ass husband is. Shout out to you for whoever you are. I want you to come back to this video and know that I'm thinking about you.
He is 4'9" and he ugly as shit.
No, I'm just thinking about you, and I just want to let you know that I'm waiting for you, honey.
I really
okay, baby.
You're gonna be waiting.
All right.
You better grab a Snickers. You're gonna be waiting for fucking ever.
Not going
Shout
anywhere
out to my
for a while.
husband. But
nobody want to be with their wife
type
wearing them
nigga,
oversized blazers.
He said Fred is staying.
First of all, my future husband is the type of nigga that'd be like,
nah, love a cloak.
Nah, he don't want nobody. You know what I'm saying? No,
you're gonna be like, baby, let's get this shit fitted. All right. Sleeves a little loose on that motherfucker.
Anyway, shout out to my future man. Okay, baby, you just know.
Will you cut to the chase? What the fuck?
But no,
you shout out an imaginary man for 20 minutes.
For
honestly,
6 weeks. God damn. Hollow Man.
Can
Kevin
you please come get her because I hate it here.
Wherever you are, Wakanda, Avatar, wherever the fuck you are.
Growing up, I did have a stepfather. My mom got married. And she encouraged me to call him, dad or whatever. She's like, you can call him dad. And I was just like, nah, nice. I don't fuck with that nigga.
Gotcha.
Period.
You said that?
No, but I was just like, no, I don't want to.
Would it have been different if you did fuck with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my father is deceased since I was like 6 months.
Gotcha.
So possibly, and I was young when they got married, but I just didn't fuck with him or his family. So I was just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. No, kids just, they know. Like, I just knew. Like, he didn't do anything to me. Like, he just wasn't a good nigga to me at the time. I just didn't look at him like he was such a great guy for me to call him dad. Like, if I had to choose, I wouldn't choose that nigga.
Yeah, kids know.
Yeah.
Kids are not faking no energy.
And so what juncture do you lose that no? Because I feel like bitches be grown as shit, not deciphering good men. But when you was a kid,
no, for real.
You fucking knew.
No, seriously.
So what do y'all drink that off? Like, how did...
Bitches lose their sense of, like, good men at, like, 17.
Like, when do we 16. Lose that? Because I feel like kids know, but
when you go to high school,
don't know shit.
Oh,
Sabrae Jr.
Women lose that as soon as they have freshman orientation. Like, they have all sense of logic. Oh, shit, I lost it.
I didn't go to freshman orientation. So
I got you. You skipped it. Then you skipped it. Sabrae went.
Never mind.
So thank you for that question, whoever you are. You know, we're gonna be anonymous, and make sure if you want to get your question answered on Ask Sean, you can go on askseanndp@gmail.com, which is No Disclaimers Podcast. So, and then you can DM him at Sunny M. Hoffa. You can leave a DM in the No Disclaimers Podcast, and we will assume that you're anonymous unless you say you can shout me out or you can say my name. So make sure you include where you're from, what the problem is, or whatever, and what you want to ask. And Sean will answer that question.
And I just want to add one thing.
Sure.
I'll be short. Guys, if you do have an issue with your child calling another man dad, just make sure you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing so you don't have to worry about that.
100%.
Right. Personally, I feel like when you don't leave voids, that type of thing doesn't necessarily bother you. It's when you're leaving a void. Because I feel like I'm irreplaceable in my children's life. Yeah. So if you call your stepmom, mom, mommy, my mom, whatever fuck, I don't feel no type of way because I'm your mom. You know that. I've held it down. I'm going to continue to hold it down. So I don't feel insecure about that.
And don't badmouth another man or try to build like some type of hate or resentment with your child and that man because he's doing what he's supposed to do. Because I don't want the mother of my children to be with a nigga that don't want to be
right, that mistreats your kids
to be a second dad. You know what I'm saying? I welcome it. I want that Russell Wilson. You go ahead. Take him to the football game.
Have too much love, so you can't feel no type of way about more people loving your kid. That's an amazing thing. Like,
you want your son's second father to be Russell or Future?
Don't do Future. Future not a bad.
He
gonna be
do Prometheus.
He gonna be smoking K2 off the floor.
Future does not smoke K2. Let's be real.
But the people that's party probably do.
Thank y'all so much for listening, for tuning in, for watching. You are listening to the best show in the motherfucking DMV. Know. We are No Disclaimers Podcast. We are on SoundCloud, Apple Podcast. Shout out to NHS Radio in Miami. Hey, we on the radio.
Shout out to my Zoes.
We on the radio.
Shout out to my Zoes.
YouTube. Yes. Our YouTube viewers, make sure you subscribe and put on your notifications right now. We got new merch that is very limited. We'll show the advertisement on the show. On our Instagram page. So follow us on No Disclaimers Podcast. Thank you so much. And we will see you next time. Best show in the motherfucking DMV. Okay, baby. Sweet baby signing out.